Someone asked me yesterday, how can I forgive? How can I forgive someone who have done this? And to me, it's a little bit shocking to hear that people who are adults, they really don't understand the concept of what forgiveness really is. Because, first of all, it is the law of the matrix, as people call it, the illusion of where we are and what we are doing to each other. There are obstacles and challenges in this life, and they are all here for you to expand your awareness, your consciousness, to evolve your soul. So if you carry grudges, if you have a heart full of hate, if you have childhood traumas which are not healed, your life will be more and more heavy as you live. It will be like carrying a big backpack. And as soon as you get rid of the stuff you don't need in that backpack, you will feel so much lighter. And so the Egyptians believed that your heart needs to be light as a feather when we enter the next world. In many ways, this is very true. We come into this world, we are light as a feather. And eventually, all our chakras, our energy wheels, they are open, they are fully open. And as we grow up, they will start to sink. And after some point, when they have sunk to the level of the root chakra, primordial instincts, they will start to elevate again. And some people, I don't know if you noticed, but some people, they stop evolving at a certain age. Meaning, you meet someone who is 25, you meet them 20 years after, they still behave the same, they dress the same, they think the same. There is no evolution there. Let's say they used to be assholes, they're still the same asshole, they haven't learned. What is forgiveness? Well, the question is, what is hate? What is it to be ungrateful? Dr. Emoto already studied what malefic words are doing to the water that we drink. And we consist of water. So the molecules will cluster together the moment we are exposing the water to negative energies. So you can think of those you don't want to forgive as actors, and this life is a theater or a movie where you are the narrator, the little voice in your head. Now, certain things are more difficult to forgive than others. I've been challenged all the time by people. Early today, I did this ritual to Shani, and I wasn't met with many obstacles except one, and that was to turn the candle off. Even though it's perfectly safe where it's done and I'm here, I'm guarding it, I was not allowed. And I felt like, can I not just allow to have this? For people who work within metaphysical field, today it's kind of Christmas. It's a holy day, so to speak. Sun, moon are conjuncting Capricorn, and the moon is new, it's black moon. So basically, this is the day we have the chance to manifest and give birth. Now, I was annoyed by this couldn't he just let me have the candle, at least the prayer is done? Instead of asking for things, I say thank you for things already given to me, and at the same time I visualize and welcome, because today the moon is giving birth to something new, and it's going through Saturn, which have a hexagon, two-dimensional hexagon shape on top of it, just like the bees have hexagon in their beehive. Because of the vibration of the wings, this shape is being created. And this is why this symbol, this is the Hebrew God, also known as El, Elohim, Tetragrammaton, Yahweh, Baal. It's got many names. So Saturn is actually, seems like it is actually the god of the Bible. Now, if you look into astrology, Saturn has many properties, and he's been bullied a lot. But without Saturn, there is no discipline, there is no order. He's the strict old daddy, he's the strict old gurukul that tells us that we need discipline. Now, forgiving is one of those disciplines that are necessary for you to move on and to evolve your soul. You need to understand that everyone are a reflection of you. Everything is a reflection of you in this world. Things that are good or bad. So when you say you cannot forgive, you also say that I'm stuck in duality. I am not asking you to like or love the person who's been violating you or a family member. Or for me, I get really upset when I see people who are hurting, about the wet market and these things. They are giving the animals unnecessary pain in order to keep the meat as fresh as possible for as long time as possible. Forgive these people is difficult, but you have to understand that most people, they don't have the light, also known as awareness. They are unevolved. They are asleep. They are basically very similar to zombies. And so the forgiveness part is not for them. It's not for their sake, because they will have their own opinion about you, about how life should be lived, etc., etc. The forgiveness is for you, so you can let go of this individual by trying to. Sometimes you can see, if you are a mother yourself or a father, you can try to visualize them through the eyes of a mother. See them from they are babies till they grown up, or simply see them in another life where they are a dog. So try to tweak a little bit about the image you have of the individual, and try to understand that these are people who are less evolved than you are. So I've been challenged many times. I've been attacked physically in adult age. I've been bullied in adult age, and I get shocked every time. How can adult people do this? But I also learned that sometimes it is difficult and hard to forgive, and sometimes you forgive, and sometimes you start to think about what happened, and the grudge comes back. But you are the one who will carry the heaviness. So you need to understand that these people, they don't know what they are really doing. And you need to trust that the universe, if something that is unjust take place, the universe will make up for it. That's called karma. People who hurt others, they are not living by what we call dharma. They collect karma. So their punishment will be to come back and make up for what they did again and again and again and again till they learn the lesson. So for me, knowing that I was a terrible being when I was younger, and I was terrible to my siblings and to other people, I grew up with violence and I became very aggressive, very cold, very cynical. When you repent, when you go back and you all of a sudden wake up and you see all the shitty things that you've done to people, that is when you have to forgive yourself. And that is the most difficult part, to forgive yourself, because I will have to live for the rest of my life with that moment I was slapping my ex or slapping my siblings. Never have I punished my child physically or anything like that. I'm like this, you know. But forgiveness, this is about you being the light and give your trust that the universe, because if you don't forgive, you also say, I don't trust that the universe will fix what is imbalance. The universe always wants to expand. So the moment you get rid of something, you create space for something new to come. It is the very nature of the universe, and the universe is quite intelligent, far more intelligent than any human brain can understand. So if you want to evolve as a soul or an entity or whatever you are, because you are forever, you are going to exist forever. You cannot not exist. Not possible. You have always existed, and you will always exist. And there will always be some challenges. And in this life, we call challenges Saturn, and sometimes tower moments when Mars is giving us an unpleasant surprise. But you know, you have to understand, when you look back, these are the things that make you stronger. At the moment when we experience, we don't feel very happy about it, but one day you will thank these gods, these planets, and all of them have a specific vibration. So when you replicate the vibration of what you want in life, you manifest. Today, as I speak, is Sun, Moon in Capricorn. So today the Moon is giving birth to what kind of standard. Hence, I always wear black anyway, so this wasn't a problem. The color is black today. So in life, in this life, especially today, whenever you see this video, but today is very special, is for you now to give birth, to set a new standard for what you deserve. So you need to understand that you deserve better. As you serve, so you will be served. Now, if someone attacks you and you attack back, let's say verbally fight, you have been sinking down to their level. Now, if someone attacks you and tell you that, let's say you're an ugly bitch, and you say thank you, and then you forgive them. You don't take it personal. And this is very important, that you don't take anything personal. If you don't like me, well, that's your problem. You know, if you don't want to forgive me, I apologize, but you don't want to forgive me, well, that's your problem too, because that's a burden you have to carry. So that was a little bit about forgiveness. I kept my promise, and catch you later. Love you so much. Namaste.